Hello everybody, I'm Arglefumph, and this is the last video of my walkthrough for Carol Reed 17, Amos Greene's Final Repose. We just found out about his clay house. The clay house, that's where Amos used to live at one point in his life. He did live in a lot of houses, like we had 2 houses over here, and he's lived in the bunker as well, so I think this must be his 4th residency we found out about. And he also lived with the bee in the country house. So actually 5. 5 places this guy lived. This guy lived in a lot of places at a lot of different times. We could probably figure out the times, like, you know, date this magazine. That could probably help. I don't know what this is. It looks like just random pieces of paper. Old newspaper. Ooh, this is a puzzle. But in order to solve that puzzle, we need to look at this. So that is 3, 7, 1, 9, 2.
Maybe this can be opened somehow.
So you need to figure out how many times those buttons make noises. And that's this. 3, 7, 1, 9, 2. That gives us the key. And that is the key for the bunker, unless I am totally mistaken. It's the key for the bunker right here. So with the bunker, you do want to pick up this thing. That will give you the code. And I still have the code in my inventory. Good. The code is 1234. 1234. Now it wants the key. I use my electric flashlight here.
Oh no, it's busted.
Oh no! So we're going to use the headlamp instead. Yay, we got the headlamp. So I believe we go all the way down here, and we use a screwdriver to open up this. I don't have a screwdriver. Why do I not have a screwdriver? There's something in Elam's caravan, the first one I visited. I totally forgot a screwdriver in Elam's place. Elam's residency. Let's go there. Let's go back and get it, shall we? Sorry I made a mistake there. It's very hard to find. Well, I mean, I'm following, like, trailer tire marks on the ground, so it's not too hard to find. But it is very far out of the way. Okay, where's the screwdriver? Here. It's on the left. So using that screwdriver, I can get into the bunker. Yeah, you can see those tire marks, tire tracks that I'm following. But it's definitely off the beaten path. Good, and I don't have to unlock the door again. That helps. So I totally thought this was going to be the clue for a puzzle, but it's not. It's just random letters. MK, MJ. Probably means something to somebody. Probably initials. I presume this is Amos's stuff. Kind of wish we got to pick up his coat, rifle through his pockets. But yeah, here we go. This is something from the Bible, I think. So 1927. Those are the numbers, and you might recognize those as numbers for things here at the bunker house. So 1927. So we just need to figure this out. So 1, 9, 2, 7. That's it. This gives us the final piece of evidence we need. The game is going to end once we check this out. It's a letter from Amos to Stina. This is why he had her name and contact info on him when he died. He was trying to find her and send her this letter. Dear Stina, I still haven't decided if I'm brave enough to meet you in person, or if I will only send you this note. The news of your mother's death just reached me. Please accept my sincere condolences. Your mother was my contact person at Alcoholics Anonymous, and we had a very close relationship. I've been struggling with my drinking problems for all of my adult life. When my church expelled me, your mother was my only personal connection to the sober world. She never gave up on me, not even in my darkest moments. Our relationship came to an abrupt and highly unexpected end. I had obtained a cheap ticket for a cruise between Sweden and Estonia. The purpose was obvious to anyone who knew me, to buy as much cheap liquor as I could possibly bring home. When your mother found out, she went straight to my house by boat and tore my ticket. This triggered an outburst of rage from me. As for the cruise, I couldn't attend. 5 hours after the departure, the ferry started sinking. The decks and the cabins were flooded within an hour. It was one of the worst maritime disasters of the 20th century, claiming 852 lives. Only 138 passengers were rescued. Your mother set out to save my sobriety, but saved my life instead. Sadly, she only succeeded with the latter, as I went into a drunken haze after this, and was too ashamed to even contact her to thank her. Sincerely, Amos Greene. So the mom saved his life, and he never saw her again. He was way too embarrassed. And filled with guilt. Apparently that stayed on his mind, and he was filled with guilt for a long time afterwards. And that's it. That is the end of the game. All we have to do now is tell Stina. It was by no means an uplifting story that I could share with Stina, but I managed to give her an account of what had happened to Amos, and his relationship with her mother. Since I now knew what the troubled man was so eager to tell Stina, and why he was carrying her address when he died, I considered my assignment completed. Even though I didn't figure out how he died or why, no, I decided this is case closed. I'm happy that his message was finally delivered.
So now they say that COVID-19 is on his way out. Again. I believed it when they said the same thing last summer. Now I'm not so sure. I wish it could have gone into such a quick and definite retirement as the lime trees outside my window. And I truly wish that Amos Greene found peace on the other side of his final repose.
I have to say the ending to this game was kind of a letdown. I was expecting there to be a culprit, like in most of the Carol Reed games, who figured out who the murderer is. But in this case, Carol Reed just sort of gives up partway through the investigation, saying, well, you know what? I found the answer to one question. I'm not going to answer the question of why he was in the forest when he died, or how he died, or what killed him. And these are all the various characters in the game. I believe they did a good job. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching my video walkthrough for Carol Reed, Amos Greene's Final Repose. This game was made in 2021, which is why she mentioned, oh boy, it's year number 2 of COVID. I really hope that COVID's done for good. And yeah, I really hope so, because now we're in year number 3 of COVID, and it's still hanging around. The pandemic has not ended yet. I hope, we can only hope, 2022 will bring an end to the pandemic. Well, that's a bummer of a way to end my video walkthrough, huh? We don't find out how Amos died, and I talk about the pandemic. maybe we could say Amos died of COVID-19. No, he died 8 years ago. That's what they said. So, yeah, when specifically was 8 years ago in his life? Which place was he staying at 8 years ago? I don't think that's when he was in contact with Stina's mother, because I believe that was 20 years ago. That was in the 80s. And it seemed like he was kicked out of his church in 1999, so it would have been after he was kicked out of the church. So I guess maybe it was probably after he was living with the bee. So it was when he was just a homeless person and he died in the woods. And yeah, wow, this is a really kind of a letdown, isn't it? Oh, jeez, I'm sorry for a depressing ending to the mystery and the walkthrough. You guys have a nice day. If you're interested in the Carol Reed series, I've done walkthroughs for all the other games, so you can check those out at your leisure. Bye!